Hello everyone and welcome to another movie review video. Today we're looking at World War Z, which came out in 2013. Now I've seen a few zombie movies in my time, but let me just tell you, World War Z is absolutely just like the rest of them. This movie does nothing special, it's just zombie movie, but insert Brad Pitt. Objectively speaking, it's an alright movie, like there's some quality there, the acting's alright, there's some okay moments in it, but it's just like every other zombie movie I've seen in the past. I don't think it does anything too different. This is the definition of mid. Mid not being a bad thing to say, but like mid as in middle. It's average. But to be fair, my expectations weren't crazy high or anything, so I guess I wasn't disappointed. But you would think that because there are so many zombie movies that are out there, each one should try to at least attempt to do something different, that way they stand out. This one, which I would assume had a pretty decent budget, and you got a star like Brad Pitt in there, you would think they would do something to make it special, but no. It's sort of baffling just how kind of plain this movie is. Like, it's not bad, you know, I want to make that known that it is not a bad movie. It is just zombie movie. Here you go. Those are just my opinions on the movie. Obviously, if you like it, that's awesome. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's take a closer look at the zombie movie to see if we can at least have a little bit of fun. We start the movie off in Philadelphia, where I hear that it's always sunny there, and we have our main character, Jerry, with his family, his wife, Karen, and their two daughters, Connie and Rachel. They're sitting in traffic playing 20 questions, and on the radio, we hear that there's apparently been a rabies outbreak. Out of nowhere, an explosion goes off down the street. Now, obviously, that starts a bit of a panic, so there's a guy telling everybody to get back in their cars, and oh damn, he gets absolutely demolished by a vehicle. Jerry and his family start to drive off, but they get hit by an ambulance. We see that a lot of people are running around in the street, and some of them are getting attacked by other people. And we know what movie we're watching, so those other people aren't people anymore. They're full-on zombies. They're causing a bunch of chaos, and a guy gets bit, and Jerry watches him transform. They find an RV and head back out on the road. Behind them, we see that Philadelphia is in absolute shambles. While driving, Jerry gets a call from an old colleague named Thierry, and he says that he needs him. Before they can meet up with him, though, they have to head to a drugstore because one of their daughters has asthma. Of course, while at the drugstore, we see that everybody around them is grabbing all the supplies that they can and just all sorts of chaos. However, there's a stranger that pops up and he helps Jerry find the medicine for his daughter. People being nice to one another? Not in my zombie apocalypse. Karen is being attacked by some guy, so Jerry shoots one of the attackers. They hurry up and get out of there, but they see that their RV has been stolen, so they decide to get off the street and head to an apartment building. After fleeing from some zombies, they find a family that lets them inside. On the radio, they hear that they need to try and stay indoors, and they also will need food and water for up to 2 weeks. Thierry is going to send a helicopter up to the roof of that apartment building, so Jerry tells the nice family to come with them, but they decide to stay behind. Looks like it might not have been the best idea. Jerry is holding off some zombies, that way Karen and the girls can make it to the roof. During the struggle, he got some blood in his mouth, so he immediately prepares for the worst by standing on the edge of the roof. He remembers that it takes about 12 seconds to turn, but he doesn't transform into a zombie. After holding some more zombies back, the helicopter lands, and they're all able to fly away. Also, the little boy from that nice family in the apartment is with them, meaning that his mom and dad probably didn't make it. They land on a military ship in the middle of the ocean. We get introduced to Dr. Fossbach, who's the lead doctor in charge. We learn that Jerry was a former investigator for the United Nations, so they brought him there to lead a team and, well, you know, investigate. He says no multiple times, but they threaten to kick him and his family off the ship, so looks like you don't have a choice, Jerry. USA! USA! Jerry and his team, which includes Dr. Fossbach, land at a camp in South Korea, and there's already some screeching in the distance. Zombies come running out of the shadows, and Dr. Fossbach retreats to the plane. And you're never gonna guess what happens. The doctor trips, falls down with a gun in his hand, and it goes off right in his face. Just straight up Halloween kills himself. Wait. Jerry and the rest of the team take shelter at a camp with other military homies. This is where we learn that sound is what attracts them, and you're gonna need to get headshots to put them down for good. A dude named Speak seems to be the one in charge. There's also a guy being held behind bars that used to work with the CIA, but he was caught selling guns. If Jerry wants answers, he'll have to go to Jerusalem and look for a guy named Jurgen. The team heads back to the plane, this time on bicycles. They need to stay as quiet as possible. God damn it, shut that thing off! Damn it, Jerry! Damn it, Jerry! The plane is being fueled and Jerry gets tackled by a Zeke. That's what us cool guys call zombies. Speak saves Jerry, but his ankle gets bit in the process. But he's a pretty responsible guy, so he headshots himself off screen. This is the second blunder in like 2 minutes, Jerry. Whose side are you on?
Damn you, Jerry! It is not my fault.
He and the pilot are able to take off successfully, if you can call it that. He checks up on the girls, but an explosion in the water goes off and the signal gets jammed. They land in Jerusalem and Jerry talks with Jurgen. This is where we see that they built a giant wall that protects them. Some people outside start singing, and because of the speakers, it attracts some zombies. But it's not just some zombies, it's a lot of zombies. And holy hell, they're climbing on top of each other to go over the wall. Jurgen sends Jerry on his way. Him and some military guys are trying to get to a landing spot, but there are just so many zombies and they're just throwing themselves at everyone.
Party goes up top! Oh, swanton bomb! Holy backfire!
When they finally think that they're safe, a woman gets bit. To stop her from turning, Jerry cuts her hand off. Oh damn. They're able to get on a plane, but it's just a normal plane, not a military one. And there are passengers galore on that sucker, which I'm sure will not be a problem later. The woman that he saved is named Sagan. He takes care of her injury and then he starts connecting some dots. He calls his wife and tells her to grab Thierry. He needs to find the nearest medical facility, and I hope he explains the game plan, cause not gonna lie, I'm a little lost.
No time to explain.
It's cool, I can wait. There's a research facility in Wales that might work, so that's where we're headed to next. On the plane, a little dog is barking and a flight attendant checks on it. There's some banging in a closet and oh damn, where did you come from? Jerry notices the chaos, so he builds a wall using some luggage. One of the bags fall down and it alerts the zombies. They break through the wall and attack the passengers. Jerry uses Sagan's grenade as a last resort. Grenade on an airplane? Hell yeah! The zombie stuff in this movie has been fairly tame so far, so I'm glad we at least get tiny sprinkles of cool stuff like this and the zombie ladder from earlier. Jerry and Sagan buckle up as the plane crash lands. Jerry comes to and he's got a part of his seatbelt lodged in his stomach. But worst of all, Sagan is gone. Oh wait, she's still alive! Glad she's still hanging in there because low-key she's like the only character I've kind of cared about so far. They find the research facility, but Jerry's family isn't sure if he's alive or not, so, you know, that's gotta suck. When Jerry wakes up, he's strapped to a table and apparently he's been out for 3 days. He's being questioned by 2 guys, and when they call up Thierry to confirm he's chill, Thierry reveals that Karen and the girls have been moved to a camp in Nova Scotia. Jerry heads down to the lab and asks for a virus to fight back, but the virus is not for the zombies, it's for them. He's noticed that the zombies weren't attracted to weak or injured people, so they can use a virus to camouflage themselves. But of course, the resources that they need are in a part of the facility that is just covered in zombies. Jerry, Sagan, and Javier head out to grab what they need. They have to stay as quiet as possible and watch out for Mountain Dew cans and broken glass, but so far they're good. However, it's a squeaky door that nearly gives them away. After one zombie notices them, Sagan shoots it with a gun, which was literally only for emergencies. You're better than that, Sagan, come on. The gunshot alerts more zombies, so Jerry splits off and makes some more noise as a distraction. But Javier and Sagan are also in a bit of trouble, so they run back to the others. So now Jerry has to pretty much go it alone, but he's able to find the storage unit. He grabs the chemicals he needs, but a zombie has shown up right outside the door. He holds up a note to the security camera that says, "Tell my family I love them." He injects himself with the virus, and after a while, he opens the door. He is face to face with the zombie, but it doesn't attack him. It appears that the virus method has worked, and he uses a vending machine as a distraction, and all the zombies dart right past him, and he reaches safety. We later see that Jerry has taken a boat to Nova Scotia, and he's able to reunite with his family. The vaccines are being sent out all over the world, and now they just have to slowly take out all of the remaining zombies. The movie ends with Brad Pitt saying, "Our war has just begun." And there you have it, that is World War Z. It's an okay zombie movie with okay performances, and everything is just okay. The grenade on the plane thing and then all the zombies being sucked out, that's pretty cool. The giant horde of zombies climbing up on top of each other in order to scale the wall in Jerusalem was really cool. The ending is a bit dull because we were kind of getting more like exciting stuff happening, but then they just end on everything worked out, guys, yay. Like, if I'm being honest, it didn't seem like there was that much of a struggle. It kind of just ends. I will admit though, using a virus to like use on themselves instead of to get rid of zombies is kind of cool. It's like kind of a different take, like using it as camouflage because they don't go after the weak. That's something a little different. Outside of those 2 cool moments that I mentioned a little bit ago, there's really nothing else special about this movie. As I said earlier, there are so many zombie movies, so you gotta do something to make your movie stand out, and this just didn't have any like really special moment in it to make me remember this. Let me know your thoughts on World War Z in the comments below. If you haven't seen it, you're not really missing much, but hey, you know, every movie deserves a chance, so give it a watch if you haven't seen it, then come back and let me know if you enjoyed it or not. Next week's video is going to be a tier list, so I will see you then. Goodbye.